What is up? Welcome to another edition of Minutes with Commissioner. As always, I am your Commissioner Joe. As you see, got the Lions gear on, ready for a big game for them this Sunday. Think they're going to turn it around, so Lions fans be excited for Sunday for getting the big win. But, what? Lions don't play this Sunday. Really? You didn't tell me before I started filming this thing. Making me look like an idiot. Thanks. Well, evidently they don't play, so let's look at teams that actually did play here in week 4. As always, we have our winners for the trophies each week. Highest points taken home that $8, and the 4 other trophies to be assigned to your team page. First, high points this week. We had 171 points scored by Tanks R Us. Brand new record, gigantic week, blew out the previous record. Congratulations to Tanks. You will see the $8 added to your column later today. How'd you get there? Well, had Drew Brees, who set another record of 44 points. Huge performance by Brees there. A couple other guys near in the 40s, but 44 was the highest there to Drew Brees. Next, weekly best bench went to Tough Tweeties with 82 points. A lot of points on the bench. Ryan Fitzpatrick was a big part of that. It's a great secondary quarterback to have. Call me if you want to make a trade. I'd love to have him on my team. Next, we have the Forgotten. 38 points for Rescue Rabbits kicker and defense. A lot of those points, I believe 24 actually, because of the 49ers defense, who had the shutout and a few fumble recoveries. So congratulations there, Rascally Rabbits. And largest margin of victory by our largest point scorer ever went to Tanks R Us with a 55-point victory. Again, congratulations, Tanks R Us. You had an absolutely monster week last week. Now, going to take a little switch here. We're going to look at the Week 5 matchups, and a little inspired by the MVP talks there in baseball, talking a lot of numbers, how they get there, why are they there, looking at crazy stats. So, going to look at the matchups and see how the teams got where they were based on how they performed. First matchup, we have Chase Freedom Card Rocks versus Bow Down. Now, both teams are 2-2, and if you look at their points scored, subtracting the points scored against them, both teams are right around the even mark, and hence that's why they're 2-2. One of those teams can bust that open this week. That should be a good matchup based on the numbers that we've seen so far. Next, we have Blanky Coverage versus Prime Time. Now, both these teams have outscored their opponents by roughly the same, 30 points, but the difference there is Prime is 3rd overall in scoring, and Blanky Coverage is 5th overall in scoring, and that's probably why Primetime has an extra win. Now, Blanky Coverage can catch up this week with a few extra points there to Prime and catch up in that category. Good luck to both those teams. Next, we'll take a little different route here. Dream Team versus Rascally Rabbits. Now, these two, thus far, through 4 weeks, have had the hardest schedules. Dream Team has had the hardest, and I really can't believe it after I looked at the numbers. Dream Team is our 2nd highest scorer out of all the teams, right behind Tanks R Us, and is only 1-3. That is because teams are scoring 136 points on average against the Dream Team. Now, we don't even have a team in the league that averages 136 points. That's higher by 10 or 11 points. So, people are just putting up monster numbers against Dream Team, while Dream Team's still putting up a ton of points. The record's not showing it. Rescue Rabbits, 4th overall in scoring, yet is 2-2 because they have the 2nd hardest schedule, with teams averaging 113 points a game against them. So now, those two are just going to make it even tougher for each other since they're both such high scoring. Good luck to both of them this week. I wish I could even score half of that each week. But hey, I digress. Good luck to both teams. So now, let's take a look at another matchup. It is myself versus my dad. Touchdown Chris Mutt versus Flaccaroni and Cheese. Dad, I'll be honest, getting a little lucky on the schedule. 0-point differential between the points you scored and the points scored against you, and you're 3-1. But hey, I take it too. And my record is self-explanatory here. I'm 1-3. I'm -63 in points scored versus points scored against. I've scored the lowest points. Surprised I even have that one victory. Thanks, Tough Tweeties. And finally, speaking of Tough Tweeties, They play Tanks R Us this week. I try to find some comparison numbers. Really, I just want to give you a big old hug there, Tough Tweeties. Tanks R Us is outscoring the Tough Tweeties by 30 points a week. Now, mine wouldn't be any better. A lot of teams else in the league wouldn't be better, but that number is just gigantic. So we're sending you best of luck, Tough Tweeties. Hopefully you won a ton in Vegas to make up for it. So good luck to everybody in Week 5. If you have any questions, as always, call me. Just don't call me to find out if the lines are playing. Thanks again for screwing that up. And good luck to the Tigers this weekend. Hopefully, regardless of what your fantasy team does, you're out there cheering on the Tigers. And Miggy for MVP. See everybody later.